rank 138, and Mr. Saurabh, who have secured All India rank 171. Right, and we are also very happy to announce that these two candidates have secured decent enough marks in their personality test. Like Mr. Saurabh has secured 125, and Mr. Abhinav has secured 123, one of the best scores, like a few of the best scores in this range. And I would also like to clarify in the very beginning of the session that these two toppers were associated with our personality development program only. So they were in no way associated with our paper 1 or paper 2 test series, but still they simply wanted to share their experience, their learnings from their failures during this long and arduous journey. And they are simply like using our platform to share their insights. So don't be misled by considering them as our paper 1 or paper 2 candidates. They are merely associated with our personality test alone. Right? I would like to clarify that in the very beginning. And saying all these things, I would like to introduce Mr. Abhinav to all of you candidates. Mr. Abhinav, you can turn on your video. Yes, Mr. Abhinav, I'd like to also introduce Mr. Saurabh. Let me try whether I'll be able to pin both of them together simultaneously. Yeah, I hope we are good to go. So, Mr. Abhinav will carry forward the session, right? So, thank you, and Abhinav, please take forward the session, followed by Mr. Saurabh. Thank you.
Thank you. First of all, thank you, Manikandan sir, for giving this opportunity and for your support throughout the interview journey. And by seeing the interview marks, I was very happy yesterday. 123 was a great score. I hope so. And I welcome you all to the session. Good morning, everyone. So I am Pettam Abhinav Verma. I come from Manchiral district of Telangana. And coming to my educational background, I have done MSc in mathematics from IIT Jodhpur. And I have been a hardcore defense aspirant, and the same thing with Saurabh as well. So after multiple SSB failures, so here we are finally in the CAPF list. Okay, and starting with the suggestions that I would like to give, I would like to keep it very short, and I would like to keep it very interactive. So I have few general suggestions to start with. Okay, I'll just share my screen. Just bear with me for a minute. Is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, Abhinav, it's visible.
Okay. So firstly, I would like to give few general suggestions. This is not just limited to the CAPF examination, but any of the examination that you are going to give. So the very first suggestion of mine would be you should know the paper very well. Like by saying that know the paper, I mean that you should know what kind of questions are being asked and which subjects are being focused more, and what are the sources for that. So for this, you have to go through the previous year questions, like minimum of 5 years or 6 years. Only then you can get to know the paper and the demand of the paper. And secondly, you should know yourself. By this, I mean that you should know your strengths and weaknesses, like which subject you are good at and which subject you are not. So by this, you will know where to focus and where not to. And thirdly, personalization is the key. By this, I mean that may it be the strategy, may it be the way of attending the questions, may it be the focus on a particular syllabus, that is very personal. Like that is like you cannot always follow the toppers. Like there is nothing like topper notes. So whatever the notes you make for yourself are the best for you. So, and there is nothing like topper strategy. So you have to have your own strategy and your own personal strategy according to your needs and according to your strengths. So these are the three general suggestions I would like to give. And coming to the paper one in specific, I would like to emphasize on time management. Unlike CDS and CSE, like civil services examination, you do not have a separate paper for GS and like mathematics. Here you have mathematics in the very paper where you are also solving GS. So the time is very key here. Obviously, mathematics takes a lot of time, so you have to manage it very well. And secondly, you should get used to take risks. With minimum number of attempts, you could only clear the cutoff, but to reap maximum benefits and to get a good decent enough score in paper one, you have to take risks, and the risks should be calculated, not like you're attempting like any of the option. At least you could be able to eliminate two of the options, and then you can choose from any of the two options that are left. And thirdly, I have been personally benefited from the mathematics and science portion in this particular examination, because my personal score was 118 in paper one. Among that, 70 plus I have scored in science and math itself. Like, if you look at the previous year questions and question papers, mathematics questions are somewhere around 15 to 20, and science were somewhere around 27 or 28. That Saurabh will share to you later, the weightage. I hope he had gathered it. And so these two subjects have like form a greater part of the syllabus. So if you ignore that, you are going to lose a lot of marks. So make sure that you are focusing on these two subjects, and these are very good to score subject. Like they will give you better returns in compared to other subjects like history or polity, where the syllabus is very vast, and also they can go conceptually very deep. And paper two specific suggestions, I would again emphasize on time management, because here you have to write 4 essays, 2 reports, and 2 arguments, and you also have PESI, comprehension, and grammar part. So for this to complete in time, you should like do that time management beforehand. And secondly, the mistake that I had made, this mistake in earlier attempts and this attempt as well, that I hadn't given any full length mock test for paper two. Because of that, I couldn't complete the paper two, and I have left 1 essay and 1 report. So total 30 marks I couldn't attempt. So I emphasize that you do not do that mistakes. Beforehand, you should attempt a full 1 or 2 full length mock tests for sure. And thirdly, you should not neglect any of the part. I've seen candidates neglecting comprehension or PRESI, as they think that it is very easy to write that. But if you practice comprehension and PRESI beforehand, it makes a lot of difference. So try to practice at least 5 to 10 PRESI writing and 5 to 10 comprehensions, because the questions asked in the analytic comprehension are not straightforward, they are analytical in this. And the last one suggestion regarding the paper two is quality over quantity. Like, you do not try to fill up the paper with whatever you get to write, but you make sure that whatever you're attempting, whatever you're writing in the paper, that should be factual, that should be practical enough. So you should emphasize on quality, then you can go for quantity. And talking about the mistakes that I have made in 2023, there are a lot of mistakes that I have prepared a list of that. As I said that I was previously preparing for a CDS, I was not very serious in CAPF preparation. I was in a dilemma that CDS preparation will make me clear the CAPF preparation as well, but it is not true. You should specifically prepare for CAPF as well. And secondly, I did not practice PRQs of CAPF. So you please do not do that mistake. Go through all the previous year questions of last at least 5 to 10 years. That will help you a lot. And I did not have any short-term plan for CAPF examination, like a monthly plan or a 2 monthly plan. So that is one of the mistakes that I've made in 2023 attempt, that which I have rectified again in 2024 attempt, which helped me a lot. And third, and another mistake that I have made is I was not reading newspaper regularly. In this attempt, I made sure that I read newspaper regularly, which helped me a lot in paper two, if not in paper one. It helped me a lot in paper two by increase my vocabulary. It gave me new perspective of looking at things. So which helped me a lot in attempting the essays, reports, and the report as well, report and the argument as well. So these are the main mistakes that I have made in 2023, and I tried to rectify all of them in 2024. And The main thing I would like to emphasize here is that do not ignore mathematics and science. They are the scoring ones. And I would again emphasize on having minimum content or minimum resources and making maximum revision of the resources that you have. Only repetitive revision will help you in the final exam. Only then you can remember this vast syllabus. If you ignore the revision, then you will definitely face trouble in the examination. And these are some of the suggestions I would like to give. That's all. And if you ask me whether the test series is must, if you are able to afford one, a good one, you can. If you are able to find a good test series, I will suggest you to please go for that. Or else you can go with the previous year questions with timely practice. Like if the paper is of 2 hours, you should attempt a full length 2 hours test, and you should set your biological clock according to the examination timing. So these are few suggestions from me, and I would like to keep it minimal. And in the end, I would like to take questions from you and answer your queries. Thank you for having patience. Yeah, that's it from my side.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Abhinav. Thank you for your contribution. And I would like to request Mr. Saurabh to take forward the session. Saurabh, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Manikandan, sir. So actually, I would like to thank all the candidates who has taken their time out and they have joined us in this session. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Saurabh Singh, and I have secured All India Rank 171 in this CAPF examination 2024. And like Abhinav has pointed out, we have been a very hardcore defense aspirant. Especially me, actually, I've been giving these examinations since 2017, right after my 11th class. So I've been giving NDA, CDS, FCAT, Coast Guard, every exam that I have come across, which could land me into the uniform. So as far as CAPF is concerned, I have given this examination in 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. And the problem that Abhinav pointed out was that we were never serious for this examination. I was never serious. I used to take this examination as a backup. If I didn't make it into the IMA or the Indian Army, then I would opt for it. So it was kind of that mentality. And I never took this, CAPF serious. I didn't know anything about any forces. Although I have interaction with certain forces because my father was deployed there, but I had never taken this examination seriously until 2023, when my IMA and CDS attempt were just about to get over. So I took this attempt very serious, 2024, and I ensured that I will give minimum 5 to 6 months for this preparation, because like Abhinav has mentioned, written plays a very important part when it come to the clearing examination and making it to the final merit. Uh, I would like to share my screen. Just give me a second. I think now it is visible to you all guys. I have compiled these
Yes, sir.
previous year questions. Yes, yes. So you can clearly see that mostly the examination is focused, or the sections from where you can score good marks are science, current affair, and mathematics, like Abhinav has also pointed out. So in 2024, actually, I would like to clarify that I knew that in 2021, when I gave this examination, I scored somewhere around 110, 115 marks. And that too with minimal preparation. I was preparing for CDS, so I scored this 115, 110 marks. That year, the cutoff was pretty high, but it was a decent enough marks. So I knew that this examination is easily crackable, but with a certain strategy. So my strategy again for this examination was I focused on science, current affair, mathematics, because you can see the year-wise breakdown. Like the number of questions that were asked in science are close to 25 and 30. Sometimes it touches 30 also, but minimum question that are asked is between somewhere 25 to 30. Then you can also see the current affair breakdown. Last year it was 15 question and this 15 questions. This year it was close to 19-20 questions. So there was increase in these 5-6 questions. Plus, if you see the mathematics section, there was 14 question, but this year they asked 20 questions. So there was an increase. So you can clearly see that just solving these 3 sections from your paper 1, you can calculate that it goes around 60-70 questions, and each question carries 2 marks. So you can see their weightage. It is approximately 100-120 marks. So if you diligently prepare for this examination and focus on these 3 subjects, you can easily score a very good marks, and it will surely help you in the final merit. Uh, I would like to emphasize certain things specifically to the mathematics and science section. I have come across candidates like my own friends. I have noticed that while attempting or while reading the science NCRTs, they ignore the activities that are listed out there. There are a lot of activities. If you have seen that in the NCRT books, there are a lot of activities like 2.1, 2.3. Each chapter has certain activities. So people ignore that activities. You should never do that. You should thoroughly read that activities because it serves. It definitely has some purpose. That's why it has been included in that book. So uh, there are certain questions which were asked in CAPF and CDS from those activities. If you'll go through the previous year question, you will realize that. And what I used to do is I used to click the photos from that activities, and I used to search on the internet or copy that PDF, download PDF from online and copy that text and paste it into the chat GPT or something. And I used to ask answer if I am not able to get the exact answers from reading the textbook. So I used to write those answers then and there in my NCRT textbook with pencil, so that in future when I again go through that NCRT, I'm able to recall that data. So you have to do that. In mathematics, I would say that it is one of the easiest subject in this CAPF preparation, because the topics are fixed and they are limited. You will be asked questions based on remainder theorem, divisibility theorem, unit digit. You will be asked to find unit digit. Then there are questions from SICI, very basic questions, class 8 mathematics. And then there will be questions from profit and loss. That is very easy. And there will be selective topics which will be asked from class 11, like permutation combination. Then there will be question from probability, which I think most of us are not aware. So like this year also, if there were 20 questions, you can easily attempt 16 to 17 questions. There were 3 questions which were not possible to attempt because it was from class 11th and 12th. So you don't have to worry about it. But your target should be that you should be able to attempt 12 to 15 questions in maths, and in again science you should be able to attempt plus 15 questions. That will give you edge. And like Abhinav has also mentioned that uh, while preparing for this examination, we didn't focused on previous year, and this definitely hampered our previous attempts. So in 2024, I personally, solved all the PYQs for CAPF, and that too for the last 10 years. Then I solved the PYQs of CDS, NDA, CSE, like selective topics, not all, but selective topics which were relevant to our examination. So the PYQs definitely play an important role in clearing the examination. And as far as paper 2 is concerned, yes, Abhinav, CISC AC examination. So all the examination which UPSC conduct, you should solve their PYQs. Like for geography, I used to refer this UPSC geoscientist examination. They used to ask very good questions, and these questions were occasionally asked in CAPF and CSE. So you should solve all the PYQs, all the examinations PYQ which is conducted by UPSC. You need not focus on any other examination. Just go through their PYQs. As far as paper 2 is concerned, again same problem. For this attempt also, I didn't buy any, uh, you know, uh, test series or anything because I was short of time, and there was some personal problem in my family, so I was not able to get that much of a time, especially in those crucial months. So I was a bit distracted. But I had one advantage. Me and my friend, we used to go to the library, and in last 15 days that we had, actually last 15 days that I had. So I used to write my answers and we used to exchange the copies. His desk was beside me, so we used to exchange the copies and we used to give genuine feedback to each other. Like, what is the problem in the argument? What points could be included? Your essay or the sentence flow is missing. So these kind of a feedback we used to exchange together. So uh, I would like to give credit to my that friend Aman. Actually, he dragged me to the library. Otherwise, I wouldn't have cleared this examination. So for paper two, I would emphasize that yes, Abhinav. Yes, yes.
So here I would like to add another point. This having a good peer group helps you a lot. Like all of my friends were some were preparing for the civil services, some were preparing for the state PCS. So they are good at writing answers. So they can evaluate your answers if you are not going for any test series. And secondly, you can also use AI for this. Like it gives liberal score, but it helps you a lot. Like it gives you new perspective.
So in paper two, I used to do this particular stuff. Plus, I would like to highlight this. I've been preparing for this examination since 21. I have given 21, 22, 23 examination. In 21, most of my friends like they didn't know about this examination. Like most of the people I met in my college, in my friend circle, they didn't know about this examination. And some of the guys actually gave this examination because of me, and they get selected before me. Like some guys were selected in 2022, 23. I told them about this examination. I used to go to my SSBs. I used to tell guys like if some guy has some last attempt left in SSB, I used to tell him that this is the opportunity you can give, and this is relatively comparatively a bit easier than the SSB. So it will be a good opportunity for you. And some of my friends, they have already been selected to CAPF AC, and later on in their last attempt, they also got recommended for SSB also. So this was from my part. Like I was never serious for this examination. I used to suggest others to prepare for this. And in paper two, like I said, I was preparing for 2021. So I had a bit of experience in writing this essay, argument, then Pressy, comprehension, grammar part. Specifically grammar, it gives you a very good advantage in paper two, like 25 marks. You don't have to do anything. And for grammar, I didn't prepare specifically. I used to go through all the last 10 years, previous year, and questions are repetitive. Like you'll see questions are being asked like convert into direct, indirect speech, use of word or preposition, use of preposition, fill in the blanks. So these kind of a question are repetitive, so you can easily attempt them. Plus Pressy, like in my first attempt, I didn't know how what is the format of writing Pressy. So I actually there are boxes in that Pressy, and I ignoring those boxes, I write the just write the sentences. So it was a big blunder in 2021. So then I again came back and checked the format. So in paper two, I would like to emphasize 2 points. You should always stick to the format. Like what is the format of essay? What is the format of argument? What is the format of report? What is the format of Pressy? You should always stick to its format. Second thing that I would like to emphasize is that you must have noticed in your school that sometime your friend gets more marks in English or the Hindi examination because his writing is very good. You have written more content, you have more knowledge, but due to your poor writing and the examiner not able to understand your words, you suffer and you didn't score good marks. But your friend who has a very good writing, he has written very poor content, but still he is able to score good marks. I'm not telling that UPSC is not looking for your content, but it's just my suggestion that content needs to be good, plus your writing and your format should be good. Although I have scored a bit less marks in paper two, like 80, but and the reason being is simple. I didn't go for any test series. I had very less time, just 15 days I had practice writing. So definitely it hampered my paper two score. But if you, like Abhinav has mentioned, if you can afford or if you had some very good if you know very good source from where you can get your paper evaluated, you should definitely go for it. Like it will definitely help you increase your marks by 10 to 15 numbers, and it will ultimately help you in getting into the final merit. So that's from my side. If anyone has any question, you can ask.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Saurabh. And regarding the query of Mr. Ravi Teja, like for their interview preparation strategy and other stuff, we'll have another topper talk after our this physicals are over. Or Abhinav and Saurabh, would you like to share your experience now itself? I have a plan of like bringing a topper, like bringing you again in a topper talk session exclusively for our this personality test preparation after our physicals. Or would you like to address the query of Mr. Ravi Teja? He just wanted to know your interview experience or preparation strategy. I don't know what he's specifically asking about. So how shall we take it forward, Abhinav?
Like we could share our experience, sir, but it would be better if we have the strategy for later, because now it is high time that they focus on paper 1 and paper 2.
Yes, Abhinav. That is why I just wanted to restrict to paper 1 and paper 2 for now. Maybe you can briefly share your experience alone for now.
Yes,
and
yes, sir,
regarding the strategy part, we will try to have one more session later on, right? Before our this
Yes, sir.
2025 program. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
yes, Abhinav. Abhinav and Saurabh. Experience, like he was asking about experience, interview experience. Okay, go on.
Okay.
Yes.
So talking about my interview experience, I got the board of Suman Sharma ma'am, and she is known for her extremes. Like if she likes the candidate, she might give you a very good score, and if she doesn't like you, you can fall in 60s or 70s, even 16s and 70s. So I was while going to the interview room, I was a bit nervous that when the attender said me that it's Suman Sharma man board, but I was confident in my preparation. Like we had almost the one thing I would like to emphasize here is that we had started it very early. Like we had started in January of this year, so we had had almost 6 months for interview preparation. That helped me a lot. And Manikandan sir had devised a good framework for interview preparation, like having multiple dimensions and breaking things into multiple dimensions and preparing and focusing on each and every dimension. That helped us in developing an overall, overall perspective on each and everything. So that made me very confident. So, and when I entered the room, like I was in a mind frame that I am like this is my time and I am going to give it all. So I was very confident, very calm, and very composed. One or two questions they asked me, I didn't knew them. So I have honestly accepted that I don't know that. The rest of them, I have very politely answered all the questions. So I think they gave me a good score. So what matters a lot is your confidence and being calm and composed on that very particular day. So this is my experience.
Mr. Saurabh, can you thank you, Mr. Abhinav, for sharing your experience. And Mr. Saurabh, would you like to share your experience, Saurabh? Can you please? Saurabh? I hope Saurabh's screen got stuck. Saurabh, okay, we'll just wait for it. Abhinav, would you like to address the query, Abhinav?
Yes, sir. I would like to address the query, sir.
Yes.
So coming to paper 2, I would like to say that for preparation of paper 2, and in this short span, you cannot go on reading newspaper. You should have a good amount of content to write. Like you should have few codes to write, or you should have data if asked, and you should know few government initiative, government steps that government has taken for curbing any issue or anything that comes up. So if you have good content and if you are good enough in writing, like if you can frame good sentences and understandable sentences and meaningful sentences, then you're good to go with essay, report writing and everything. And try to think multidimensionally in each and every topic. Like if you have a particular topic, then go for thinking multiple dimensions, like political dimension, economical dimension, historical dimension, social. So as many dimensions as you can think. So go for this multi-dimensionality, and also practice a lot, like write a essay per day, or write a report, or write a argument. And as emphasized by Saurabh, you should know the framework of writing everything. Like coming to Prezi, many people think that when they say that write in 1/3, many people may think that we can just omit few sentences and we can write rest of that and we can make it 1/3, but it doesn't work in that way. You have to understand the whole passage that is given, and then only you can write a good Prezi. Like you should give one, two, and three readings before you write the Prezi. Like in the first reading, you have to underline what do you like. You should, in the first reading, you should just understand the whole passage. Like try to get a gist of the passage, and in the second reading, you just try to underline what are the keywords of that passage. What do you think the keywords are? And in the third reading, by along with the reading, you attempt it, like with the use of keywords, and with the help of the gist that you have framed in your mind, you just attempt the Prezi. And when coming to the comprehension, do not go for reading the passage at first go. First read the questions. When you read the questions, you will notice some keywords in each and every question. And then when you read the passage, you can notice, okay, this was asked in the questions. So you can note that down. Okay, this is asked. So that will save you time, and in that way, you can answer a comprehension in a good manner. And coming to the grammar part, mostly as said by Saurabh, every year the questions are repetitive. The questions are changing, but the concept, like every year there is a question from question tags, and there is a question from active to passive voice, direct to indirect speech, assertive tone. So these are all repetitive. So you go through the rules of grammar once again, and try to go through these all these topics. And once you are once you go through these topics, you will be good to go to attempt a good number of questions in grammar. So this is regarding paper 2.
Thank you, Mr. Abhinav. Saurabh, can you please share your interview experience for the benefit of other candidates, please?
Yes, sir. So I'll try to keep it crisp. So what happened was, actually I was interacting with fellow candidates who was sitting with me in waiting area, and suddenly a guy came and said that I have been called. So I just went to the room and I was waiting outside, and I had just sat down, and suddenly the guy came out who was being interviewed just before me, and within 10 seconds they called me in. So it was Raj Shukla sir's board. So I had this like, I haven't given any offline mock. All the mocks that I have given was to this particular platform, Manikandan sir, and I have given one panel mock interview, that to the Manikandan sir. So I had not given any offline mock, anything like that, because I had this experience of giving a lot of conferences and interviews already in SSB. So I had been familiar with this interview process. So uh, the guy who was there, he opened the door, and since I haven't given any offline mock, so I had this idea, like in SSBs, or whenever I used to visit my father's battalion. So whenever I used to go into the CO's office, so there the gate is already open, and we just had to enter and then wish. So I had this, thinking. So I simply went in. I didn't ask for permission, like, may I come in, may I go out, nothing. I simply went in because I had this intrusion. And when I went in, so Raj Shukla sir was, I think, using his phone, or he was going through my DAF. I don't know. He was sitting a bit far. So I wished him and all the board members. Everyone was very serious. No one was looking very happy. So Raj Shukla sir simply just, I wished him, and he didn't ask me to sit. I was just standing. So he has gone through my DAF, and then he asked me one simple question, like, what you have been doing since 2021. I have done my graduation in 2021. So he asked me what you have been doing. So I told him, sir, I've been giving SSBs and I was preparing for this CAPF examination. So again, he went through my DAF just to cross check. Like, he must have come across my NDA CDS attempt. So he has gone through that. And then he looked for next 5 to 10 seconds. He has gone through my DAF, and then he asked me to sit. So then I sit, and simply he asked me then two questions: which all sports you have played, and some swimming related question, because I have given BSF as my first preference. So I think that question might have come from there. And then after asking these questions, he just simply asked member two, like, you can ask questions. So member two was basically more focused on my subject, which is defense and strategic studies, which I had in my graduation. And we had a small talk on some books like The Art of War and some quotes from there. So we had some good discussion on it, and he was asking me for my opinions. So I gave him my opinions and something related to Operation Sindhu. And finally, at last, he asked me like, uh, down 5, 10, 15 years, do you see that we will be having any peace with Pakistan? So I didn't play diplomatically here. Like, I simply expressed my opinion. I said, no, sir, it is not possible at all. I clearly defined my line. You know, like I have seen that most of the candidates, they play diplomatically, because some questions you definitely have to play diplomatically, but this particular question, it was a very straight question, and it was related to Pakistan. So I simply gave the exact answer which I feel. Then again, member three asked me some question related to YouTube, because I have mentioned in my DAF, and he asked me what are the YouTube qualities that are available. So I forgot this particular answer. Like, I started from 240 pixel and I went to 2140. So he asked me what is pixel. So I said, sir, what is P? So I said, sir, it is pixel. Bulda, what is this? So I said, sir, it's the image quality. So he asked me to explain it in technical terms, but I don't know. So uh, I must be fool, but I said to him that, sir, let me take a guess. So he allowed me. Surprisingly, I was not expecting that. So he allowed me to, okay, take a guess. So I was not able to give him a proper answer. So I said, sorry, sir, I am not able to explain you properly. And then they shifted towards my this half marathon events. Like, I have participated in two half marathons, and I have been part of various 10K and 5K events. So I have been part of a lot of running since my school days. So he was just asking me about this half marathon, full marathon history, distance. So I was able to explain it because I had practiced with Manikandan sir in this particular session also. And the last member again, he asked me my books, simply books, like which all books you have read. Since I am a very fond of reading, and that too related to Indian military operations or the military history. So he basically asked me all which all operations or books you have read. So again, I mentioned one operation which was Operation Rajiv. So he was like, "What is this Rajiv?" So then I gave him a brief overview, like it was named after Second Lieutenant Rajiv, 8 Sikhlies. So he was pretty much okay with it. And finally, he just asked me one question, like, actually, it was a very good question. Uh, I knew that he has, caught me. Like, we had a discussion with member two, and he just asked me that question. So I knew that he has caught me, but somehow I was managed to get him a good answer. And lastly, again, Raj Shukla sir, he asked me my opinion, like regarding one more point. Like, I have given one answer to member two, that we have given away our surprises. Like, we were talking to some quote related to the art of war, and I have said that due to some ministers we lost the advantage. So Rashukla sir wanted to knew my opinion. He simply asked me that, since you have mentioned this particular point and you have said that we will be attacking in that particular day, so which minister has given this statement in your opinion? So I simply, without any fear, I said, sir, our defense minister, and there were certain other ministers who were giving this, that we will be replying back to the Pakistan and all that. And regarding this time frame, so I clarified him that, sir, that is not what I mean. Actually, I was telling that with our previous operations that we have conducted after Uri or Pulwama, so there was a retaliation from our side within 10 to 15 days. So I said that this was the general time frame, like the Pakistan was expecting, and definitely we have a certain disadvantage when we give away surprises. And next day, our CDS actually confirmed that. So I had my interview one day before it. So CDS gave an interview to some Reuters or Bloomberg. So there he confirmed that initially we had suffered certain setbacks strategically, but we refined it. So after that, Raj Shukla sir just was looking down and he said, Jao. So for 3 5 seconds, I was not able to understand what he said. Like, I am used to it, like, thank you, gentlemen, nice talking to you, like that. So he just said Jao, and that too in very low tone. So for next 3 to 5 seconds, I was sitting like what he has said. Then all the members were looking at me. So I realized that I have to leave the room. So I stand up and I wished and I left. So that was it. Like, I was not very sure like how my interview went. Uh, it was good, but I was not getting that feel that I'll be scoring 125 in my interview. I had these questions, but simply I just maintained my calm. uh, like in my ssbs, what I have realized in those attempts were that I used to be very kind of a show off person. I had the knowledge framework, but I used to be very argumentative when I used to talk to some senior guys. But in this particular interview, with the help of Manikandan sir, he has actually pointed out this to me in my feedbacks, that I should be always, respect the opinion of other people, and try to add valuable points, like never be argumentative in this kind of a setup, because these guys definitely have a very good experience, and if you do get into arguments with them, definitely you will suffer as far as marks is concerned. So I keep that in mind, and this is how the interview went. This is the basic experience. Sorry, sorry.
No,
No
that is
problem, no problem.
that is fine. Okay. So it is time for clarifying the queries. So I request the candidates to raise their hands if you guys have any queries, so that we will go in order and we'll just finish up with your queries clarification. Right? And thanks a lot, Saurabh, for sharing your experience. But as Mr.
Thank you,
Abhinav has
sir.
said, it was not great. Okay. Anyhow, that was a very good experience, like to listen to your experience. And I hope Mr. Ravi Teja would have been very happy listening to your lengthy experience. That was great, sir. Okay, okay. Okay. So I request the candidates to please raise your hands. In case of queries, you just raise your hands. So we'll go in order. You can raise your hands like this from here. Anyone with any queries? No one.
Saurabh, did you also compile the resources?
Actually, Abhinav, I was trying to get into my Word file, but I don't know what is the technical issue in my laptop. I'm not able to send files into my laptop. I've tried using
Okay,
email and other stuff, but it is not able to compile.
okay, no problem.
Uh,
Okay, no problem. If possible, you can share it with me. I'll just share it in the group later on, if possible. No issues at all. And
yes,
anyone,
sir. Sure, sir.
uh, any doubt? Aman, Abhikash, Bharat, Farooq, Gokul, Hanshi, any doubt? Mr. Panka, Priya, no one, no doubts. Okay, so I hope the candidates are all clear with whatever we have shared so far. So can we wind up the session then? Abhinav and Saurabh?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Sure,
okay.
sir.
So I would like to Shankar Ram. No queries. Thank you both of you for detailed explanation. Okay, okay, Shankar Ram. Thanks a lot. And Mr. Abhinav, I hope Abhinav and Saurabh, you have got some congratulations from your peer, Mr. Vishnu Prakash, for whom we are actually looking forward in this reserve list. Okay, he is trailing behind
Yes,
by
sir.
just 2 marks. We'll pray for his better result. So Mohammed Subair has asked, sir, what would be your
Yes,
advice
sir.
for Mr. Sir?
What would be
Thanks a lot, Anand.
uh, yes, yes, sir. Am I audible, sir? Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, Saurabh. Sorry, it was some network issue from my side, it seems. Please go on, Saurabh, please.
Yes, sir. As far as, sir, the query regarding paper two is concerned, I think first of all, you should always, go through PYQs, like what all questions are being asked and how much weightage they cover. For example, there are 6 essays, you have to write just 4, and it covers the weightage of 80 marks. And then there is this argument. There are 2 arguments. It covers the weightage of 40 marks. Then there is this report writing. It covers the weightage of 20 marks. Pressy is 15 marks. Comprehension is 20 marks, and again grammar is 25. So total 200 marks. Now, as far as preparation for 2026 is concerned, like you have a lot of time. So what actually candidates do is they start writing for paper two since since April or May, and when they find when the final exam comes, like in August, so they lose the interest, and they didn't write the paper two that diligently that they used to do previously. So my advice would be that after going through the weightage of all the section, you should attempt like essays or arguments, 1 or 2 essays, 1 or 2 arguments in a week, like not daily, but in a week you should able to write or attempt 1 essay or 1 argument, and then you should shift towards this report in Pressy writing format, because in report writing, just by following the format, you will be able to score 1 or 2 marks. Like for report writing, 1 or 2 marks is for format. Like following format, you will be easily given this 1 or 2 marks. So you should stick to the format. And lastly, I would say that you should continuously read the newspaper, because like all my juniors or all my friends, I definitely suggest them that they should always stick to the newspaper. Whether you read the Hindu, the Indian Express, but you should read the newspaper on a daily basis, because it will help you in refining your content for paper two. You will have a lot of content, and you will able to replicate or reflect this while you are attempting this paper two. And one more suggestion, don't go for this facts. Like I have seen a lot of candidates or my own friends, they used to mug up these facts, and they used to put this fact in a sequential form in paper two. Like they are attempting the essay about terrorism, so they will continuously quote MHA or some expert and continuously put forward some facts and facts and facts. You should not do that. 1 or 2, 2 or 3 facts are all right, but you should not put a lot of facts like 5, 10. So fact is important definitely, but you should not directly write it. Always try to give your opinion at the end of the essays, arguments, and also in certain ways try to write it in proper way. So this is my basic advice in paper two. Just follow the format and ensure that you write this complete this paper two in a good handwriting. It will definitely give you advantage of 5, 10 marks. That for sure.
Anyone else with
And
any other
I would
words?
I would
Yeah, go
also
on, go on.
like to add one thing here. So try to be original. Like do not just watch some YouTube video, or do not go with some model answers for everything. So just have them as guidance, but you should be very original. Your thoughts should be original.
Yes, yes, sir, please.
Sir, as far as Tushar's doubt is concerned, I would say, Tushar, that in my previous attempt, what mistakes I had done in paper two was I skipped the essay part, and I moved forward with attempting this Pressy and comprehension. So it actually took a lot of time, and I was not able to revert back to essay and complete it. So I would suggest you to first attempt the essays, like all 4 essays, write all 4 essays and complete it. The reason being is that I have said this earlier in my, earlier also, that ultimately the papers that are going to be checked is going to be checked by some professor which has been part of Indian education system. So it's natural for them, when they come across some good handwriting copies, they ultimately made certain perception about a candidate. Like there is a saying that first impression is the last impression. So if your essays are good, well structured, well written, your writing is good, definitely the teacher will have some impression about you. So ultimately, when he will keep checking your copy, and he will get towards this Pressy, comprehension and grammar, he has already made up his mind like this candidate definitely deserves this much marks. So I would say that you should attempt all the essays and then move forward towards other parts. Mostly you should attempt it in a sequential way, because you can clearly see the weightage of essays, argument, and report. So that's my suggestion.
Thanks a lot, Saurabh. Yes, Abhinav, please go on.
Tushar, here I have a bit different perspective from Saurabh, what Saurabh has said. I don't suggest you to go on leaving one essay, but if you are really strong at attempting Prezi, and you can do that in like say 10 minutes or whatever time you allocate to it, and if you can do everything in time that you allocate for them in like in the practice, then you can go for them first, and you can also come back to essay. But it is very important that you try to attempt all the essays, because there is a lot of weightage for them. Each essay carries 20 marks, and I have left one essay and one report, which means 30 marks I had left due to this strategy. So, and this is very personal, like if you feel like you are good at that, go for that. But again, it is up to you, like have your own method.
Thanks a lot, Abhinav. So, any other candidates with any other queries? Anudeep, Bharat, any other queries? And there are a few thankful messages also to Mr. Abhinav and Mr. Saurabh. I hope you guys are looking into that. There is a thanks message from Mr. Praveen and also from Mr. Shankaran. So, apart from the thank messages, is there any doubt to be asked with Mr. Abhinav sir or Mr. Saurabh sir? Or are we good to end the session? Okay. If anything, like if you guys have any queries, you can either drop your message in Telegram or WhatsApp at this number. So this is my number. You can definitely drop a message, and almost all the candidates from this session, I hope you are directly in contact with me already. So for a few newcomers like Ravi Teja and a few others, I'd like to emphasize this number in case of any queries. Right. So with that, I would like to thank you once again for Mr. Abhinav as well as Mr. Saurabh for taking their time and for their concern to help the candidates, the future aspirants, by sharing their experiences. So thanks a lot, Mr. Abhinav, and thanks a lot, Mr. Saurabh. And we wish to host you again, once again, during this personality test development program, right, where you will have more content to share, right?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks a lot,
Yes, sir,
Mr. Ravi.
definitely.
Yeah. So saying that, we'll just.
Sir, Mohammed Zubair has asked that how can he reach both of us on Telegram. So if you have sir's number, you can message sir, and sir